This is Providence Television International, the game changer. Stand by for the next program.
Good afternoon and welcome to the newspaper analysis for today, September 25th, 2024. Thanks for staying tuned. My name is Ugbebo Ikekwa, and with me in the studio is Dr. Emmanuel Legariva. You're welcome to the studio.
Always nice to have our viewers as partners in progress, yes.
Exactly. Well, we'll be moving straight to the analysis session with the daily independent newspapers. We'll be looking at Nigerians on the front page, Nigerians grappling with realities of soaring living costs. This is coming from the Senate President Akpabio, says challenges testing the very fabric of Nigerian society. Is that a surprise to you?
I'm amused because it's coming from Akpabio. He's been really on the spot on many occasions. People have said all kinds of things against him, that he was not in sympathy or empathy with the people of this country, either in words or in action. But he's doing a total turnaround now. But at what point in time? This is what you should have said long time ago.
Okay.
We have been having this problem, this social upheaval, in the last maybe 1 year or more. So, but maybe a little too late. But he has now shown very clearly that we are having problems, particularly because people are suffering. It has suddenly dawned on him that people are suffering. Therefore, my suggestion is, yes, the leadership of the legislature should meet with the president and fathom out the way forward. The legislature is an important arm of government. They cannot look the other way while things are going this way. Okay? So there must be a parley between the legislature and the presidency. Let them. Luckily, both the presidency and the legislature are controlled by the same party. So there must be some kind of synergy between them. Therefore, I look forward to a time, maybe in the next few weeks, or perhaps in the next couple of weeks, where they can now sit down. Let's have a roundtable conference. Look at it. That's what the newspaper is saying. Okay? So, Akpabio has now come to a point in time when he now knows that Nigerians are suffering. That's good news on the one hand.
Okay.
On the other hand, what are the solutions to this problem? It's not just to mouth it. There must be a solution to this problem. Nigerians are suffering on a large scale, and they cannot sit idly by and wish it away. No, it's not possible.
Well, all right, still talking about issues that are regarding the sufferings of Nigeria. The front page of the Liberty newspaper. We're getting another information from there that petrol may hit 2,000 naira per litre over Dangote's subsidy scrapping call. This is coming from stakeholders.
Well, did I not say this before? Yes, I said it before. That a time will come when we'll be talking about 2,000 naira per litre. And that will be a very terrible threshold for this country. I pray we don't get there. Because even now, at about 1,200, people, they are planning, all kinds of things, to bring this country to a halt. We don't pray for that. No true Nigerian will pray for that. But what of when it becomes 2,000 per litre? And that is allied to what Akpabio has said, that is touching the fabric
yes,
of the Nigerian society. Okay? Meaning that the rich also cry. Because, come to think of it, if the situation in this country now disintegrates into something that we don't pray for, people like Akpabio will also realize that they didn't speak early enough. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay? So that is the dilemma in which certainly we have found ourselves. And I pray that the price of petrol doesn't get there. Again, Dangote, he has said, I was watching him on Bloomberg the other day, and he said, look, he has the capacity. His refinery has the capacity to meet the demands of Nigerians 2 times over. That singular refinery is huge.
Okay.
It can meet the demands of many African countries, and they can even take it outside the continent. Meaning that it is something we should wish for, that we'll have 2 or 3 more Dangotes, private individuals who can be encouraged to set up facilities such as that. Then we won't be talking about the old refineries anymore. But it's a shame that the NNPC is buying from Dangote when they cannot fix 4.
They cannot fix 4. We've
4
heard so much
refineries.
about Port Harcourt refinery coming up.
2 in Rivers, 1 in Kaduna, 1 in Warri, for instance. They cannot fix, and you are now buying a government agency or company, buying from a private individual. And that arises from crude that we produce in this country. So the whole thing is a vicious circle, and Nigerians are not happy about it. They are not happy about it at all. So we just pray that the price does not go through the roofs up to 2,000. Some are even saying it could even reach up to 2,500. Remember, Labour said it could even get up to 5,000.
Yes.
How they got that information or whatever, I don't know.
A gradual process for what we're seeing now.
Yeah.
Well, talking about the worries of Nigerians, still on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper, unemployment up by 5.3% as the Central Bank of Nigeria hikes interest rate to 27.25%. Experts say interest rate hike detrimental to investment and economic growth.
What more can we say? Experts are already talking about it. Economists, yes, they're already talking about it from different angles. Saying that, look, the central bank, by the way, you should know this. The central bank is the organ of government that controls inflation.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's one of their duties and responsibilities. But they are not doing it. Okay? And in the midst of all this, it's not long ago that they raised...
That there was this hike, exactly,
hike,
interest, yes.
An interest rate.
Yeah.
Now, they are coming up to 27. Tragically, that is just what we see on its face value. If you go to the banks, haven't raised it now to 27%. If you go to the banks, by the time they add charges and all sorts of things, you're talking about 40.
40, exactly.
40 plus percent. How does a business survive in that? Because you use the first 3 years to pay loans, to repay the loans. How can the business thrive under this kind of circumstance? They are not helping the SMEs, for example. And worse still, most of the policies that we have in this country now are spearheaded by appointees of government. Are they not advising the president appropriately? If they are not, somebody should be able to tell the president that, look, these people are not helping your issues. Sack them.
Still on this issue, let us go back. Let us go back to the Daily Independent. We're on the front page, still on this issue of the hike in interest rates. We're having this coming from Cardoso, the central bank president, is saying that we'll continue to increase rates as inflation rises.
Is that not strange and absurd? Look at it. Say it again so that people can hear you.
Will continue to increase rates as inflation rises. This is coming from the central bank president, Cardoso.
That's enough to sack. Yeah, that statement alone. I mean, it's quite nauseating, to say the least. And a lot of Nigerians have pointed it out very clearly to the president. That what are you doing with the central bank governor?
The central bank governor, yes.
Yes, what are you doing with him? Sack him. I mean, there are no sentiments in all of these things. No sentiments. Oh, this is my friend. There's no friendship when it comes to governance, good governance. And that's what a lot of Nigerians have told Mr. President clearly. Although I hear now from the grapevine that within a week or something, he's going to rejig his cabinet. Let's see how he does it, and let's see how he goes about it. Because I do know that a lot of appointees in this present administration, they are not playing according to the rules. They are not on top of their games. Look at the dam issue. We have a Minister for Water Resources, for example. That kind of thing happened to the dam in, what state is that now?
That's in Maiduguri, the allowed dam issue.
Yes.
Yes.
in Borno State.
In Borno State.
In a decent climb, that minister should have resigned. Should have resigned. And these are all appointees. Okay? They are all members of the same party. And people are saying that, look, Mr. President, if you must appoint your ministers, look across the board. Bring people in from other parties who have their heads firmly fixed on their shoulders. Bring them in, whether it is party A or party B or party C. Okay? Bring them in. They may not even be politicians. Technocrats from the organized private sector. Bring them in. That's what Obasanjo did. And that's why we have people like Okoje-Iweala. Okoje-Iweala was never a politician, right? She was an academic. Okay. We had them there. And they developed the economy. The economy grew outside the confines of what we expected. And that's what I think should happen in this case. Who knows? Let's wait and see.
Well, in the course of waiting and seeing, we really hope that things get better and these policy makers actually get to know what they have to do to make the Nigerian situation a better situation. I'll use this opportunity to quickly apologize. I actually made a slip about 5-6 minutes ago so that I don't get misinterpreted. It is the central bank governor and not the central bank president. Personal slip. Well, on this note, I will say we would be coming back with the interview session. Don't go away. Stay tuned to the afternoon show on Providence Television International.